Several hundred people in the world focused on a mural in the city. Tattered and faded and cut and aged, awful yet somehow pretty. They all theorize, hypothesize the meaning behind the fall. Complexity they go for, and yet, simple is the answer to all. Once, a painting vibrant with color, yet no different like the others. With time the colors all muted, attention is the drug that it attracted. Meaning of what, meaning of why, nothing really simple. Help, it cried. Cried not knowing how to. Such a shame. With time, the artist played the blame game. You didn't listen, you didn't hear, you didn't figure out why I was in fear. But how were you supposed to? I never said. And now the mural sits, alive, yet dead. The people look with pity and sorrow. The broken record plays today and tomorrow. It's all in the past, nothing we can do. The mural artist and one, both accepted to lose. A mural and artist, tattered and faded, the meaning the audience contemplated. A meaning all too true, but brushing past. The artist and mural now, a smile to last. Pity and sorrow, the tune they played. The artist laughed, confusion displayed. A cry on deaf ears, then and now, sad and happy, to drain and drown. Mural and artist, black and blue, beaten and depressed, perceived to a noose. Both, however, have survived. Loving the life now, why would they have died? Struggle and anguish, both have met. Broke through to know a happy life set. Still tattered in an age, no doubt about that. But all they want now is to be happy and chat.
Flee before me, simple folk! I bring fire! And destruction! And poker! I love poker.
I wear your granddad's clothes. I look incredible. I'm in this big old coat from that thrift shop down the road. Hey.
Yep. So, hello everyone. Pretty much this is, what you're looking at here is my brand new redesign. Now, I've shown some of my friends this, and I've been in detail, because, I've had to get, outside opinions and whatnot to make sure I get everything right. And, yeah. So, this has been something, again, I have been talking about how I have been working on this since the beginning around this year. And, yeah, this is something that I have just kind of been trying to get right and everything, and I was wondering, how could I go about making this better than I have previously, and I just sat and contemplated. And finally, now I just came to the point where it's I believe this version is absolutely, to me, better than the one I've done before. Now, that doesn't mean that I've just ditched my previous model, by no means. I still have it saved and everything, but this is just a new look. And that poem I read earlier is something I wrote early this morning. It was something to sort of commemorate my my new redesign. So yeah, I was really proud of it and everything. But yeah, so I got a few things finished up here just earlier today that I wanted to get done for this stream specifically. So first thing I want to show off is the full body version, which I got finished with today. So this is the full body model. I put the hood up because I just wanted to give it a little more of a flair to it and everything. As you can see, there's purple around this, so I was actually contemplating whether or not to go for natural hair and purple hair, and I asked various people, many of them who are artists, about what looked better, the natural hair or the more just purple tinted hair. Surprisingly, it all came kind of to a major divide. It was kind of half and half, so I decided instead of going for one or the other, why not both? Because here's the thing. I didn't want to go for I didn't want to go for purple hair because this model specifically is representation of Black pride. This is an example of this is just me trying to express myself and be happy. So I didn't want to go with purple hair because I felt it would have been a little too, it wouldn't have come off to me as like, oh, those are natural hair curls and everything, but it's just like, I didn't want to, like, completely, I didn't want to go completely purple with it, but at the same time, I didn't want to go with a more natural hair color, because I've heard some people say, you know, natural actually looks better and sticks out better, but in the grand scheme of things, like, when you consider, like, my avatar, even if it is a different shade of brown, it's still brown, so it's just, it doesn't really feel very vibrant or bouncy. Like, darker hair on paler skin, that looks better, but darker hair on dark skin, that's not exactly, gonna be like popping out or being vibrant. So instead I decided to go with both. More natural hair color, more of my natural hair color and more natural curls, and at the same time having purple highlights. I really loved it. And next to that, I've also added some touches. Initially in the concept art, I had a red sash, but I decided to go with green because I felt it fit the colors better. Similar with the boots, I had more purple, or not purple, pink actually. But again, I decided to go with green and more purple shading because I felt that would have fit the uniform colors much better. I kept the gradients on the dress. I added, let me zoom in here. Let me see here. Yeah. So, around the chest area, I've added a little bit of a line work. You can kind of see it already on my avatar already. You can kind of already see it on my avatar already. But, it was just something I wanted to add a little more detail to it. I felt this would help. Other than that, I also kept the scars in. Again, I've really been wanting to go for more of the scars, and I'm really glad that I've been able to get this finished. Other than that, pretty much, yeah. There's not really a lot I changed compared to the previous, like, just the original design. I did add a stick in the mouth for my official one, because I felt like it would, I don't know, I just kind of liked it. So, yeah, that's the full model, and if you're wondering, it's not just going to be just for the reveal, because I have a full banner that's going to go on my Twitch, on my YouTube, on just everywhere on my social media. This is going to be what's going to pop up for social media and everything. This is going to be this is just what I'm going for in terms of the re-debut. Much of it is my previous art, one of which is a commission. The one on the top there next to the hat of my character, that one is commission. Other than that, the background entirely is part of my Ellen Colors podcast, like just artwork. So, yeah, I decided to go full on with this. But yeah. Yeah, and I also went in and sort of edited around and messed around with my background. I actually got advice to I actually got advice from an artist to do some work in blurring the background so that the foreground actually looks a lot more clear and there's more attention. Because if the background is, like, you know, full detail and everything, it's going to be hard to pay attention. I took that advice and I actually did find that it looks a lot better compared to just how I was doing it before, honestly. But yeah. I didn't, and it was just, okay, so I want to say, if it was just only these two expressions that I made, I would have come out with this a long time ago, and I have made quite a few. Ask my friends. So I'm going to be going down the list of hotkeys that I've gotten in here. This is just the first one. I doubt I will be using it much due to one other expression I have. But yeah, this is just kind of the normal expression. Has a smile on it and everything. This is my more angrier one. This is kind of the one I get if I just end up getting a little aggravated or a little pissed off and everything. There are layers to this anger. There are layers to my anger, and I've managed to illustrate all of them. This next one is called... I've called this appropriately Cyber Psycho. This is just if you confuse the absolute shit out of me. Because I don't know what next. This next one is actually improving on one that I've had before. Just... This one's my laughter. Oh yeah, and I want to iterate that I actually did some digging around and experimenting on VideoTube, which is the software that I use for this. And if you noticed, yeah, I've actually put in a little more motion with my characters. Like, this one doesn't have any motion. This one is just floating in place. And this one is just bouncing! And just shaking. This next one is just kind of my flustered face. But I seriously doubt anyone on Twitch who watches me will actually be able to trigger it. So I don't think I'm going to be making it too much. But I made one just in case. This one's is just my sad face. I had one like this on my previous model, and I decided to add on to it. Yeah, it's just I don't know. I really feel like I made this one look a lot more sadder than I did before. Why haven't you subscribed to me yet? Why haven't you followed me yet? Why isn't anyone following me? Anyway, the next phase. This one I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using quite a fucking lot. This one is just my smug-ass shit-eating grin. I went in when I was doing this, I actually, backstory about this, I actually found a picture of Killua from Hunter x Hunter, and he was just doing this absolute fucking cat face, and I just bursted laughing for a good solid 5 minutes, because I was just like, I needed to make this into my character. I'm real glad I did. And as you can see with my various characters, the hat also shifts depending on the avatar. There are the expression I made for him. Yeah. And I had to add in like the light to the eye being covered because it helps add to the absolute smugness of this. I love it so much. And this one is if you actually end up pissing me off. You got me on if you got me on angry right here. This is just full blast angry. This one is probably the one I'm going to be using the most, because this one is a little more, this one is actually, like, just a little more serious, a little more, just, kind of straight-lined, and it's just, honestly, I think it looks a little nicer, compared to this. I know, and look, all the expressions look nice, but this was actually one of the first ones where it's just, like, I was still experimenting and trying to get it right, but it was just at a point where it's just, like, I didn't really feel like I wanted to go all the way back and try to recreate it, so I was just like, fuck it, I'm done with this. It looks nice enough. But this is one of the last expressions that I made, and it actually looks really nice, and honestly, I would prefer, like, doing this more, because I feel like this is actually the more expression this is the better expression I have when I talk a lot. And finally, this is if you push me over the edge. If I end up getting pushed over the edge, you know you fucked up. You see this, you fucked up immensely. But yeah, pretty much that's it. I didn't really have anything like major planned for this. That said, I can pull out something later on if need be. But yeah, pretty much this is it. But other than that, I do have some big announcements. So I have kind of been skirting around this when I've been talking. Like, if you follow me on YouTube, I have been talking about how I've kind of had some things going back and forth, and there have been some events I'm just not at liberty to talk about yet. I can at least say for certain I can talk about a few of them. One big announcement in particular, I got a Steam Deck. I'm not kidding, like, just today, I actually managed to get a Steam Deck. Hey, thanks, Mug. Shit. I still haven't gotten the, Fuck. I still haven't gotten the things down. Okay. Yeah! Thanks for that! Thanks for subscribing to my dumbass! But yeah, anyway. I'm still trying to get used to this. Because I'm still trying to get used to how I set up everything. Because this is vastly different than how I set it up. But anyway, I did actually get a Steam Deck. So, what that means is, I will be actually playing more games on here. I have actually quite the catalog for Steam. Not every game is available on Steam Deck, I understand that. I understand that not every game is available on Steam Deck, and it honestly aggravates me. I really would love to play some other games like Onimusha, or hell, even try out Persona Ultimax, because I rarely heard anybody actually talking about the PC version, and quite frankly, it interests me far more than Persona 5 Royal. But with that said, there are quite a few games which actually today I just heard that Halo, the Master Chief Collection, actually became playable on Steam Deck, so I'm interested to check that out with a friend of mine, and just playing Halo. But other than that, yeah, so I got a Steam Deck. I also have some other stuff coming, like expansion for the Steam and SD, some screen protectors, so on and so forth. I've got quite a bit. I got quite the paycheck earlier just today, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta go to town. I gotta spend before everything goes down the drain, and I'm just gonna regret it. My life is in a constant state of now or never. So, I have to either take action now or I'll never be able to do it. But yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna be able to do more games. A friend of mine actually said that he just got a Steam Deck, so when I get my own and I set everything up correctly and I figure out how to actually stream and everything on my Steam Deck, I'm gonna gift him a game and we're just gonna be doing co-op. The game in particular I have in mind is actually kind of a little more underrated favorite of mine. And I wanted to play it. I say underrated because the studio, the game studio, actually said they're going to be shutting down. So, yeah, that's kind of a shame. But, yeah, you know, it is what it is. I'm really sad that that game studio is going to be shutting down. But in the grand scheme of things, I did take a look, and unfortunately, their first game, their second game actually didn't do as well as their first game. So it's actually kind of sad. But with that said, it is what it is, you know. But ultimately, yeah, I'm gonna be playing this game. Anybody who wants to know what it is going to be. I don't know. Maybe I should keep it a secret. I feel like I should keep it a secret. I'm gonna keep this a secret because ultimately, again, like I know the Steam. I've already bought the Steam Deck and it's already on its way. But I do want to. I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. That's the problem. That's why I've been very secretive towards the public about getting a Steam Deck and everything. Is because I didn't want to count my chickens before they hatched or anything. I think that's how the saying goes. I wanted to be dead sure that I was going to be able to get it, and not only that, still have money to pay for stuff like rent and gas and everything. So I'm real glad that the check I got actually managed to do that, so I'm real glad to do that and everything. Other than that, I think for now I'm just going to keep the game secret because I do want to make sure that everything I do have is capable of streaming. Because I am going to be... I do think I'm going to be enjoying my time on Steam Deck, but I just want to make sure I have everything set up for streaming before I go. I'm going to immediately be playing this. So, I want to be careful, and I want to be cautious before saying anything that's going to shoot me in the foot. But yeah, when my Steam Deck comes, which is going to be in about 1 to 2 weeks, so more or less so near the latter end of April, preferably around May when I have everything set up, but latter end of April. I'll definitely be playing more PC games. Because I've been sticking mainly to PS4 and Switch games. And my catalog on there is very limited. As you can no doubt tell from the fact that I have not been really playing any major new games or anything. However, my catalog on Steam, I've got quite a lot more games. And the only reason why I haven't been streaming on PC is I have a laptop that isn't equipped to handle gaming and streaming at the same time. So I can either stream or I can either game. Yeah, the only exception that being that I use a capture card. So for Switch and PS4. But yeah, that's a big thing that I've just, since I heard about it, I have been wanting the Steam Deck, and I'm real glad that I waited till now because I've actually took a look at the verified list, and I've seen quite a lot of games available now to play on Steam, and I'm real glad I waited. So that's something that's actually I'm real excited for. You can ask any of my friends who I've talked nonstop about this. They have been constantly hearing, man, when I get a check in the mail, 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 I'm gonna finally get a Steam Deck. So I'm real glad to finally be able to shut the fuck up about that and finally just manage to get it. So other than that, I do have another thing that's going on in my life. I still can't be at liberty to talk about it because it's very still up in the air, but when it happens, if it does happen, and if it does go through, more or less my schedule. I say schedule knowing damn well. I say schedule knowing damn well my schedule is inconsistent on here. But yeah, my schedule on here, more or less, is gonna look fairly different because if this goes through and everything, with what I'm planning to do and everything, if it goes through, more or less, I'm going to be very busy. But it's going to be for the benefit of my own future, because where I am currently is not liable for me going down the line. I need to focus on my future. So just so you know, if things do turn out for the best, I am going to be making a stream more or less that is going to be I'm going to be taking X amount of period hiatus to focus on this. It's not something I'm particularly at liberty yet to talk about because, again, nothing has really been set in motion entirely. Like, I have things that are moving around, but I just can't, nothing has been, set in stone, oh, congratulations, you can do this now, type of thing. Things are moving, but nothing is set in stone. That's the thing. And that's why I haven't talked about some other things and whatnot. That's why I haven't said anything I'm going to be getting a PS5. I'm going to be getting a PS5 in X amount of years. I have no plans to get a PS5 yet. That's why I haven't been saying as soon as this happens, I'm going to be getting a PS5. I'm now. That's why I really don't want to shoot myself in the foot when it's just things are very much in the eventualities. When they are confirmed or when things are set in motion, definitely set in stone, that's when I want to be able to talk about it. So that's why that's why in the grand scheme of things into the public, I tried to not talk too much about the avatar and just how it looked and everything. So yeah. Next to that, pretty much I just got a message from my friend who says pretty much she would be down for Halo as well. So that's I'm real glad to hear that. I'm getting a Steam Deck, so I really want to get on top of PC. Also, but again, I'm still trying to figure this out. I'm still trying to figure out my toggles. But yeah, also, so I've mentioned this before, but I also have a mod for cross-tag. I'm really interested to see if I can be able to carry this over on Steam Deck and be able to mod it correctly and everything, so that if I'm able to do this, I want to advertise it live. I want to advertise. I can't advertise the full thing because there is some copyrighted music that will get VOD muted, but other than that, there's some music that absolutely I can show because I've actually played some music in the background when I've been on stream and everything. So yeah, it's gonna be great. Other than that, pretty much, I'm trying to think about what I can talk about, because there's a lot of stuff happening in my life right now. But there's also some stuff that's just like I don't really know if I can talk about it. But I will talk about, eventual games that I am planning to get and am planning to play on Steam. One, of course, being the game Mini Ninjas. Now, if you don't know this game, I don't necessarily blame you. But to those who are interested in whatnot, Mini Ninjas is a game I have, for lack of a better term, been blue-balled for about 13 years. Because this is a game I have been wanting to play since I heard about it back in 2009. And I've seen it come out. I've actually saw it on my Steam page. Not only that, it's verified for Steam Deck. So, and it's also $10. So when I get the Steam Deck, that's one of the first games I'm going to be playing. Other than that, there is another game that I heard about that came out actually relatively recently. That is, in particular, for lack of a better term, a Diablo killer. So, I'm pretty sure I don't have to talk about Blizzard and its controversial history. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people are, rightfully so aggravated about Blizzard and everything. And personally, look, when they fire the head honcho and, the people who have been making Blizzard problematic are no longer at Blizzard, I'm more than willing to start playing games like Overwatch again, provided I can. But that's kind of why I haven't been oh man, I want to go back on Overwatch and everything. Aside from the fact that the game is absolutely fucking, the game is just gatekeeping hell. Oh my god. I don't think I've ever talked about my experiences with Overwatch. So, back in the day, I actually, this was back when I had, a PC to game. I actually had a Overwatch account, and I was I wanted to kind of join Overwatch and have some fun, but, oh my god, every single fucking time I joined a party, it was okay, wait, show your history. I showed my history, and they were like, you've only been playing for an hour, are you a smurf or something? Before I can even get a word in edgewise, they fucking kick me from the party. That was my experience from Overwatch. I rarely ever got to play a fucking game. Oh my god. But that said, one of the major games that has been, really good from Blizzard, though, is Diablo. That said, I don't really want to play Blizzard games because of just how they are. But, like I've been saying, there has a game that's been called the Diablo Killer that came out recently that I've been interested in trying out. And on top of that, it's also verified for the Steam Deck, so I'll be really interested in trying that out when I get my Steam Deck in the mail. Because it's already confirmed, I've already paid for it and everything, so it's coming. But the game is called Metal Dogs. And it's described as a casual top-down shooting action game with a fighting dog as the main character. You can enjoy the exhilaration of shooting various weapons such as machine guns, cannons, and missiles, blowing away countless monsters, and battling with a mighty Wanted, all with simple controls. So on and so forth. The game is available for $20 on Steam, and I'm really interested in getting it. One thing that sold me, though, it was I've heard people calling it the Diablo Killer, so I'm just wait, I can actually play a game that's like Diablo while still protesting Blizzard? Absolutely, sign me up. But yeah. Other than that, pretty much, there's also an update to my YouTube situation. To those who don't know, I got a community guidelines violation for quote-unquote scam, deceptive practices, and spam. They still have not told me what the fuck exactly was so deceptive or anything about me watching Hell of a Boss, or just reacting to content or anything. Because I have a certain that more or less it is me watching Hell of a Boss Live has got me shot in the foot, but they still haven't told me anything. So I can't necessarily know for sure whether or not it was that. But I have been contemplating coming back to doing more content and recording everything on YouTube. But with that said, there are going to be some limitations and some new things I'm going to have to change around. Primarily being live streams, I mainly think I'm going to keep on Twitch. If I do come back to YouTube in the future, live streams are going to be just kept to Twitch. Meanwhile, recorded content, my anime discussion, so on and so forth, when I get back to it, those are just going to be on YouTube and whatnot. And if I decide, I want to upload video games and everything, I'm just going to keep that to... I'm just going to keep that to YouTube in terms of recorded content. Just keep that to YouTube. Other than that, there are some other games, of course, I've been meaning to talk about. Aside from Mini Ninjas, I have on my list in terms of games I do want to play, outside of the ones I do have, but games I'm going to be buying. Devil May Cry 5. I've played Devil May Cry 5 before, but it's just... Well, I haven't beaten it, necessarily. I tried it. I think that's a better... I think that's a better preface. I did try it. I haven't actually, like, played through it entirely. But Devil May Cry 5, on Steam. There's a game I got that I tried out on PS4 when I had PS Plus before I figured out that was a fucking scam. Called Gunvolt Chronicles Luminous Avenger I-9, which is basically like a side-scroller Mega Man clone. And I played it for a bit. It actually was pretty fun. Other than that, Soundfall, which is supposed to be like a rhythm game, roguelike, I guess, similar to Hades, but except more focused towards music and rhythm. I heard multiplayer was focused on that, but I've heard bad things about the multiplayer, so I don't know if I'm gonna commit myself to that. Other than that, Origami 2, because I haven't bought that yet. I haven't had the chance to buy it. Not only that, I haven't had the I haven't had a chance to like buy it and stream it. But Origami 2, I love the first game, but I wanted to check out the second game, see how it fared. The response is mostly positive, so I'm hoping that's good. Other than that, Just Shapes and Beats. That's a game from years ago, from 2018, and it's last I checked, it was basically like it was advertised as a bullet hell, and it was like music meets a bullet hell, and I'm just like, I honestly do want to try that out. Other than that, Nier Automata. Now, again, I have tried Nier Automata. I don't own it, but I do want to play because I've heard really good things about Nier Automata, and from what I've tried out, absolutely, I do think that it has some merit. Next to that, Bayonetta. Bayonetta is another game where it's just like I played previously, but it's just like it's been a while, so I wonder how much it's held up. I imagine good, because I think if I recall, the same people who did Nier did Bayonetta. Other than that, Death's Door, Tunic, and Windjammers 2. These are like games my friend recommended I check out, so I'm interested in checking those out. But yeah, pretty much there's going to be a lot of games I want to check out. I don't think I'm going to be buying all of these because yeah, I'm not fucking rich, but I will be interested in checking all these out, but one of these at least out. But when my Steam Deck comes, I will have to make my choice. Other than that, I do have a sizable chunk of games. Like, I do have Hades on PC. I added Halo Infinite to my library, so on and so forth. I have all these other different games, and I'm really interested. I have Bright Memory Infinite, and I've been really meaning to like check that out because I heard Bright Memory was absolutely really fucking good. I just haven't had again, I don't have a PC to check it out, but now I'm getting a Steam Deck, I really want to check it out because it's actually verified, or at least playable. So, yeah. And next to that, there's also a matter of emulation, because, well, again, like I've said about PC, so I'm really curious to see how emulation fares. If that happens, I will be, and I can be able to do it and everything. I will be more interested in going back to the days of nostalgia, like going back to the days of PS2 titles and everything. Like, I would really love, I'm not kidding, I would really love to play on stream someday Intelligent Cube. That's a PS1 title, and it's one of the more enjoyable titles. Other than that, I've got some PlayStation Portable titles. Excuse me. I've got some PlayStation Portable titles like Black Rock Shooter. On PC specifically, I also have Jet Set Radio. I do want to play that. Nights into Dreams. And Sonic Mania. I have got all these different titles for PC. Other than that, I would be interested to play. Not gonna lie. Okay, I've talked about how much I do like Persona. Have some problems with the fan base regarding 5, but I do like Persona. I would be really interested in trying out Persona 1 and 2 live on stream. I have tried out Persona 1 for a bit. I haven't beaten it. It's very much evident that they were just coming from Shin Megami Tensei, so it's very much a slow burn compared to the series as it progressed. But I would be very much interested in, like, you know, starting a new game on... I would be, oh, my friend's texting me. I would be very much interested in starting a new game starting a new game on Persona 1 and Persona 2 and just trying that, because last time, before I figured out how to get a better emulation ROM for it, last time I tried it, it was absolutely fucking terrible. Like, my friend is saying that she would recommend Hi-Fi Rush. I would be interested, no joke, I would be interested in trying Hi-Fi Rush. The problem is that for a long while people have been comparing it to Cyberpunk, or not Cyberpunk. That's a different game. I'm interested in checking out. There's a different game, not Cyberpunk, Cyberfunk. There's a different game coming out, but people have been comparing it to Forspoken, which I have been interested in. Which I played the demo personally. I don't care what anyone says. I played the demo. I enjoyed the hell out of it. Though I was considering, when my Steam Deck come over, to actually play Forspoken for about an hour and a half, see how it fares, get my full, just judge it on its own merit and get my full unbridled opinion on that without listening to other people and everything. Just playing it, see how it fares in terms of enjoyment and investment, and then come to my conclusion there. If I like it for after a half hour and a half or so, I would have continued playing it, but it's not verified, so I'll have to wait on that, or just, I don't know, never play it. I don't know. I did think Forspoken was fun when I played the demo, though, so that's how much I can say about that. Other than that, other games I've been thinking about focusing on, there are some Android games, one in particular, Punishing Gray Raven, which is a gacha game, but I've been interested in actually streaming that. I have it on my tablet, and previously I could actually play games and whatnot on my tablet. My old capture card used to do that, but it short-circuited and it's shit now. So my new capture card just there's some restrictions I have to follow. Like I have to go into settings before I decide to stream with my PS4, because it will not record my PS4 screen regardless. And forget that, it won't even let me do anything with my PS3, because I was interested in actually streaming some PS3 games. Does not want to show it, so that's a shame. But other than that, pretty much when it comes to the games I'm interested in and everything, Punishing Gray Raven is one of those games where it's just, I've been playing that for a little over a year or so and everything. And anybody who knows me knows my history with Genshin Impact, and how I liked it for 2 years, and by the third year or so, or the second year or so, I forget how long I've been playing it. But by the time after 2 years or so, I've really noticed some problems not being fixed about the game, and there's a whole thing around sunk cost fallacy, so on and so forth. I deleted my account. I'm not coming back to it. But that said, Punishing Gray Raven, the combat, just the game, feels right. My only major complaint about Punishing Gray Raven is that it falls down that line of mobile gaming where it's just, they give you a stamina battery, and it's just you can only do this much combat in a day. That said, there are some modes in the game where it's just they'll let you fight it out for X amount of time without dealing with worrying about stamina batteries or whatever. So I don't know. Punishing Gray Raven would be interesting. Speaking of which, there's actually a game that the devs are coming out with that's actually in a closed beta pretty soon, actually this month, called Wuthering Waves, which they're advertising it from their advertising and the demos and everything, the test footage and everything, looks like just Genshin Impact just with PGR's combat. And I would recommend anybody who's interested, look up Punishing Gray Raven's combat, because it is absolutely breathtaking. It's beautiful, it's quick, it's efficient, it feels so good. To me, it's the mobile game equivalent of, honestly, Doom Eternal's. It's just how Doom Eternal felt. Or just Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, so on and so forth. But yeah, Punishing Gray Raven, this game, again, I know I say when my Steam Deck comes, but I'm just really excited. I am really excited because it's coming, and I'll have so many games I want to play and enjoy myself with. And not only that, have a lot of games I'll be able to enjoy with friends, because that's the big problem.
is with just how many like games are available for various systems that just are either system locked and not crossplay, and if they are crossplay, how many force you to pay like X amount of money a year from a month to a year. And just compared to PC, which just you can just buy the game and then just play multiplayer fine, but other systems just won't let you because of that fucking paywall. At least with Nintendo, I give it the benefit of the doubt because for a year it's $20, whereas with Sony it's like over $100, I think, almost $100 for a year. Like $10 a month. I think at the very least $10 a month. It's just so fucking expensive. I don't care for. I don't care for it. And that's also a big part of why I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna pay them X amount of money for their fucking PS Plus Game Pass, their discount Xbox Game Pass, because I found out that if I don't have the exact same plan that I paid for in order to try out the games for like $15 a month, if I don't have the exact same plan, then or better, then I can't just play the games. I can't just go, all right, I'll pay the minimum amount for PS Plus and then just play the game. No. I have to pay the exact amount or more for the fucking PS Plus. So it's a fucking scam. So I'm not gonna do that. Oh my god. Other than that, again, like I'm really interested in playing some more multiplayer games. One of which in particular, which me and my friend are stoked for playing, BattleBlock Theater. I love BattleBlock Theater. I don't care what anyone says. And I'm also heard that the devs, the Behemoth, are coming out with an Alien Hominid game, which if you know me, I love Alien Hominid. Just the old Newgrounds Flash game to the PS2 game. I love Alien Hominid. So I'm really excited to see it pretty much come back. It's supposed to come out this year. I don't know when, but yeah. Anyway, BattleBlock Theater, I'm really interested in trying out the co-op and everything with a friend of mine. If we can, hopefully. But other than that, there's some other games I am interested in checking out. Like I was interested in. I really hope that what Valve is playtesting and everything. I really hope Destiny 2 actually comes back into play, because I know a full Discord server full of people actually into Destiny 2, which I would really love to play with everyone else and enjoy it. I know Destiny 2 has its problems and everything. Trust me, I tried it, and I understood after a certain point. I understood its problems, but I mean, the biggest mood killer for me when I tried it on PS4 was the major paywall, despite the game was free to play. I know it costed some money after a certain point. After a certain point, it went free to play, but then it costed some amount of money previously. But still, like, I hate the fact that the game is free to play now, and they hide it behind a fucking paywall. I hate it. Other than that, so I do have a full playlist of, because, well, now she is graduated. I do have a full playlist of Amano Pika May's clips and everything. Sometime later this month, I think I'll hit up some of my friends in Discord and just marathon it. I don't know, there's a good hour or so of clips, so at the very least, there's like just something to kill the time and everything. Other than that, I'm trying to think, like, again, like, there's other stuff I can talk about, but I'm trying to think what exactly I can talk about at this point. Because, again, like, so many things, like, I could say some other things right now, but it's just, like, I don't want to give empty promises. That's my thing. I know I probably sound like a broken record, but again, I don't want to give empty promises. I just don't want to be like, oh my god. I just want to be like, oh my god. As soon as like May comes around, I'm gonna be fucking. I'm gonna be going to Japan or some shit. I'm gonna be going to Japan and filming a dead body. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to give empty promises, but definitely, I am really going to. Things are gonna pick up. definitely. Things are definitely going to pick up later this month. I would really love to play some Steam Deck games, but again, it's going to take at most 2 weeks or so. Hopefully less than that, but I don't know what the shipping and mailing process is going to be for Steam, because this is the first time I actually got anything mailed to me from Steam, so I don't know how long this is going to take. But anyway, all I do know is that I'm excited for the Steam Deck. I've seen various videos and reviews on it, and people have said pretty much while it does have its limitations, it is a remarkable piece of gaming tech, and everyone's really excited for it. So I'm really excited for it, and I really want to be able to play in games and everything. Outside of that, you know what? I will talk about something in particular, considering I am going to be doing this again. Commissions. I am going to be opening up commissions again soon. I don't know when necessarily, but I'm imagining around sometime in fall. I might open up commissions, maybe earlier, but I'm thinking fall, because I think that's a good time for when it's just I got things sorted out and everything, and I can actually talk more freely about stuff. So I think commissions open in fall would be a good time to have that open. Other than that, so I have been talking about more or less multiple times. If you want to support me at ko-fi.com/Sozo-sha. I have been working on opening up membership perks for people. So the way I had it set up, I have to figure something out on my side. I could actually set it up after the stream. I could actually set it up today, but I have to figure something out to make sure it's definitive and everything. But I was gonna have it out to be if you paid $1 a month or so, you would be able to see screenshots of artworks I'd be working on, or screenshots of scripts, titles, or just processes of video editing, so on and so forth. I think I set it to $5 a month. Again, nothing is open right now because I'm still trying to work on it. But I set it to I don't know, $5 a month or so. You would get more screenshots of stuff that I was working on and everything. And you would also, I also added in where it's just every now and then I do make video edits just to music, just little 30-second clips or whatever. I do that every now and then, and it's just I figured, you know what, why don't I just put those up for memberships so you can see that. And there's which adds to the whole thing of so I haven't talked much about this in the grand scheme of things on this channel specifically. I kind of been skirting around it every now and then, but there's this whole thing of so if you've been looking at my channel for a while, you notice that I do have a talent with video editing. My friends know this, and there is a major question I imagine people would say is just are you interested in doing video edit AMVs and whatnot? And interestingly enough, I did come from a previous channel called the AMV Sozo, where I made AMVs. And some people previously in years have asked me, why have you left? Why have you just not come back? Why did you private your channel? So on and so forth. And the reason for this being is actually kind of dark. So, when I was 14, I got diagnosed with, I forget, it was 13. No, it was 14. It was 14. I got diagnosed with Crohn's disease. And the way the doctor told me basically was, my body is going to continue eating itself to death. So, what they wanted to do was they wanted to, give me a colonoscopy, go through surgery, so on and so forth. And that was the first time I actually believed I had a near-death experience. And, yeah, but I want to preface this by saying, after the procedure and everything, after the infusions, I was so much better because, I shit you not, they said, my folks were pretty much saying, it's impossible for you to gain so much weight back in, a week. I shit you not, I was about, 89, 85 pounds, which, if you don't know anything about BMI, that is dangerously underweight. That's something you should seek help for, depending on your BMI. It's dangerously underweight, and it was for me. In a week, I gained that back, and I got up to 135. I'm about a little under 200 now, so it's very much slowed down. And that was back when I was 14. That was years ago. Anyway, so 2 years have passed when I was around 16. I was like, I wanted to make a channel where it's just like I made video editing, and I just kept doing it more and more. And at the time, it was like an addiction, and I think I was right to say that, honestly. I was like, oh, it's an addiction, but it's a healthy addiction. Reality, no, it was still a pretty fucked up addiction. Because the reason why I made that channel, looking back to me, you know, what it addressed to me is that it was an important time where I thought I was going to die. And it was an important time where I thought I was going to die, and I thought, if I make content and I get popular off it, people will know me, and then when I die, people will actually feel something for me. I will be remembered that way for my death and my sorrow. Obviously, I don't feel like that way anymore. I absolutely don't feel like that way anymore. I didn't feel like that way when I had the channel after a certain point, because I was just like, I just didn't feel right having it anymore. So that's why I moved, different channels. That's why I moved away from the AMV Sozo. That channel's still up if people want to go check it out, but yeah, that channel is just a reflection of a time when it was just like, I thought I was gonna die, and I just wanted to basically get popular off of me just making content around the fact that I thought I was gonna die. I don't feel like that way anymore, obviously. I don't. I really don't. And so I made an art channel, and my art channel is very much focused around me wanting to be happy. So those videos that I've made on my new channel, my YouTube channel, The Art Sozo, that is very much just, that stuff is just, this is what makes me happy. And that's what that's what I would rather much be prefer to me being known for, as opposed to what I used to do. So I do every now and then do every now and then do video editing. I do little like music bits and whatnot, like 30 seconds, but it's at a point where it's just like I can't go for too long, otherwise my mind's going, hey, remember when you wanted to die? Hey, remember when you were suicidal? Hey, remember when you were completely depressed? Hey, remember when you thought you were going to die because your body was eating itself to death? Hey! You understand what I have to deal with now? Like, oh my god. So yeah, it's just like, I don't like to, I don't really like to do video editing projects so much, but it's just kind of an itch where it's just like, if I don't scratch it, it's just gonna sit there and get worse. So like, if I do like an editing project from like, I don't know, maybe a few seconds, like 30 to 40 seconds or so, I'm ultimately like, you know, that's what I can manage. But if it's something like, if it's a full AMV or something I try, it's just like, I can't because it's, oh god, it's like I get a Vietnam flashback or some shit. Just, But yeah, I was gonna put that up, just those small, like, 30 to 40 second video edits I make. I was gonna put that up as a membership, just something, just like, hey, thank you for giving me money. Here's a little something I don't actually show other people that much. I don't show to the public. Here's something I make. Other than that, when I do decide to actually go through with memberships, I was gonna put up a system where it's just like the content I do upload, I was gonna like put like, here's something a week in advance or something like a day in advance, and that being it. And also I was also gonna open up like top of the line with one of the big memberships. I was also going to open up exclusive DMs where it's just like, if people wanted to ask me like, hey, can you make a video discussing this anime? I would talk to them about it and see if it was like, you know, if it was something I would actually absolutely want to make a video on. If they, but considering that they're giving me money, I probably would have to make a video on it anyway. But I don't know, that's something I would have to discuss every now and then. I don't have the membership set up, so I still have to think about it, and I still have to figure out what I want for it. But other than that, there was one other membership I had set up where it's just like, if you pay me like $60 a month, I know it sounds like a lot, but that is very much for people who are asking me like, hey, can you play this new game? Can you play this new game live? Can you play this new game live? Like, so on and so forth. And I don't own it, and I don't have not only do I not own it, but I also don't have the money to do it. Like, right now, I can buy games fine. But if you want me to play, like, hey, could you play, like, Skyrim live on stream or something? Like, I would very much post, like, you want me to, like, just a $60 membership thing, where it's just, like, very much, it's just the case where it's just, like, if you want me to play a game, you'd pay me $60 and I would be able to, like, get that game, because most games are just $60. And I would just buy that game so that, in the regards of I don't have the money, there wouldn't be a problem. But that said, that is something where it's just, like, that's a type of membership where I heavily advise people not to do it if they don't really have the means to. That's something where it's just, like, because I was in the middle of, like, just setting up the memberships, and it was just something where it's just, like, I decided to cap it to, like, 10 people could only join it. And I think that was, like, I think, like, that particular is fine. So, or, I don't know, I forget if it was 10 or 5. I forget. But, either way, it doesn't matter, because I haven't actually opened up memberships. So, yeah. But it's very much a case where it's just, like, I know, like, there are people out there that would definitely prefer me to, hey, could you play this game or something? And the biggest thing is just I don't have, like, the money to go constantly buying games every now and then. Like, but if I do this full time, and I'm making money, and I'm having a constant source of revenue to not only pay for stuff I need, like insurance and everything, and being able to also stream and do games, that's a different story. Other than that, yeah, pretty much. So I'm looking towards opening up memberships on my Ko-Fi. And yeah, I haven't ironed out all the little details or everything, but yeah, it's happening. Other than that, in terms of games, I have kind of dropped and whatnot. Pretty much my whole catalog of games I have been scheduled, like Pokken Tournament, Cross Tag Battle, Hades for a while. Hades, I would have to think about, because I've beaten the game. I don't necessarily, I don't know, it's kind of the thing where it's just like I have to really question whether or not I do want to kill some time with it. It's not that it's a bad game, it's just like I don't really know what else to do in that game anymore. So I just kind of stopped. Other than that, Pokken Tournament, I would consider coming back, but it would very much have to be in a case where it's just like I do have people to play with, and on top of that, it's a case where it's just I am really, like, motivated for. Because the thing about me is I have ADHD, and the way my ADHD works is after a certain point, if I just play the same game over and over again, my mind goes, no, just, this is boring, can we play something else? And I have to move on. And that's why I haven't been back and playing a game like, say, Pokemon the Trading Card Game. Aside from the fact that my friend who introduced me to it, has kind of been busy and everything. He's got his own life and everything, so he's been busy. I've tried playing that game, and it's just like, it's kind of at the point now where it's just like, I don't really feel motivated to continue playing, especially with the fact that I'm just playing by myself. So it's just like, I don't really feel too motivated to continue playing, and I don't know, if things change and, I actually, like, do find the motivation, and I do have people to play with, then I'll consider it. It's the same with Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I loved playing Yu-Gi-Oh! For a good while, but then, I found out ranked fucking sucks, because now, like, there are bots who just surrender the game in silver, and then when I get pushed to gold, I deal with people who are just absolutely, like, a lot better at the game, and I didn't earn my fucking place there, so I keep getting knocked back to silver. So it's just, it's an immediate case of like I get pushed towards gold only to get knocked back to silver. And it's unfun because it's just constantly ugh. Anyway, when it comes to other games like those, like just don't get me wrong, I still want to play them and everything, but it's just very much those are just games where it's just cases of I need to find people to play with, and I need to find the time and motivation to be able to enjoy myself with. Other than that, there are some other games I've been meaning to check out, especially now considering getting Steam Deck. Like I want to check out more racing games. Like I have big nostalgia love for racing games, like the old Need for Speed games, like the original Most Wanted, Carbon, so on and so forth. And I would love to check those out. I probably will, if I can figure out how to emulate and everything. But yeah, other than that, there's some other games I've been meaning to check out. One of which in particular being Rocket League. I do have that, and I can play that at any time. It's just, I don't know. I think I would much prefer playing that game with other people who are interested in playing that game, which kind of sucks because nobody I know actually really gives a shit about Rocket League. Not really. Not really. And I don't blame them, but personally, it's just like, it's just kind of a game where it's just like, I feel like if I had people to play with, I would enjoy playing it live. Other than that, there are some other games. I kind of forgot what other games I do have on here. So let me just pull up my Switch. I have, I still got the original Devil May Cry. I could go back to playing that, I guess. But I don't know. Other than that, I completely forgot about this. So I do have a bunch of Pokemon games. I could just start a stream for that and maybe, I don't know, do a Nuzlocke or something. I would have to, like, be really into it, but I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. If that's something people want to see from me, I guess I could take some time out of my schedule to do that. If not, I don't know. Other than that, in terms of other PC games I want to play, I've beaten it before, but you know what? Honestly, I would consider playing Amori again, just live. I'd be down to play Amori again live. Well, not live again. I would play again just live this time. Because I played it on my own. And I love Amori. And I'd be interested in playing the game because, like, I only went down one route. I would be interested in checking out, like, different routes. And playing the game again. Granted, you're not going to get a completely blind reaction to it, but hey. There's also Tales of Berseria. That's not playable right now, I think, on Steam Deck. I do have it on PS4, and I'm making, like, pre-recorded content out of it. The last time I did that, it was such a slog. It wasn't even hard, it was just repetitive as hell. And that was very much on me, but it is what it is. But anyway, I don't know, I could consider coming back and making more content on that, but I don't know. Other than that, for, like, other stuff, outside of gaming, like, me just reacting to videos, that's very much going to be a case-by-case basis. Like, if I find out my favorite content creators have come out with new videos, like, if I find out that, Lackadaisy has their episode, I'll definitely, invite some other people to DM and we'll just watch it together. But if I find out, like, say, I don't know, Russian Badger or Maxor comes out with new videos, I'll grab some other videos I mean to watch and then play. Because I don't think that's something I really want to do day in and day out, because then I just run out of content, you know? I run out of stuff to watch. Especially considering that I kind of started at the point where it's just like I'm well-versed in internet culture. And it's just like, there's not really a lot of stuff that's actually new to me that I could enjoy. So, yeah. Other than that, there's some other fighting games now that I could actually really enjoy because I got a Steam Deck. I would have to see just how they fare. One of which, because the music is blaring now, I would be really interested in checking out Tekken. Really interested in checking out, like, Tekken Live. One game I do have to play. Tekken Tag Tournament on PS2. If I can emulate that, oh my god, the fucking nostalgia.
Oh man, Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Tekken Tag Tournament, Tekken Tag Tournament 2, just, that's my shit. Specifically Tekken Tag Tournament, though. I love Tekken Tag Tournament 2, but Tekken Tag Tournament, that was the shit. Other than that, yeah, there's definitely some other games I would be interested in playing. I'm no doubt gonna get some other recommendations and whatnot for other games and everything. But in terms of games in particular that I am definitely going to be considering actually streaming and whatnot when I get my Steam Deck, I am either going to be doing most likely I'm going to be doing either Mini Ninjas or that the Blizzard the Blizzard clone game that's made by different people that's not Blizzard. Let me pull out the name again. It's Metal Dogs. Yeah, I had to make sure. But yeah, it's either Mini Ninjas or Metal Dogs. One of those games. Other than that, I could pull up some Sonic games, I guess. I played Sonic Frontiers and had fun with it, but there's also Sonic Adventure DX available on Steam. I have to see if that's playable. Probably, but I have to see. Other than that, there's some other games I could check out. I know Yakuza is a big series, and I haven't actually played much of Yakuza, but I would love to play Yakuza 0 or Like a Dragon Live. Those games, I don't have a problem with those games. It's just a matter of just I haven't really had either the time or the money to really play it, you know? Other than that, there's some other games, of course. Again, I'm thinking towards emulation. Again, PS2, it was a big nostalgia point for me. Towards emulation, if I can be able to emulate games, I've already said some, but also Gran Turismo 4, that was a big part of my nostalgia. Other than that, Jak and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Hitman, that was a good one. Yeah, I guess Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi. Don't really know how that would fare nowadays, but I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, it's just I'm kind of running out of things I can talk about. But yeah, pretty much that's it. In terms of my art career, again, I can't really be at. I'm not at liberty to talk too much about anything yet, but I have been sort of I've been trying to make it so that I can be able to go to a convention sometime, reserve a table, and actually sell my art prints. It's just really been a pain in the ass to try and sort this all out and get together, especially in the financial department. Which, if I was being supported on Ko-Fi.com/Sozo-sha, I could be able to have better opportunities to do that. But it is what it is. Anyway, other than that, I don't know. I think I've pretty much said everything. I don't know if there's anything else in particular I really want to discuss, because it's very much there's stuff I can talk about, but it's very much just again, I know I keep repeating this, but it's just there's stuff I can talk about, but it's very much stuff where it's just it's very much eventualities. And I don't really know if I want to get too much into that, because I feel like then I'm just going to be into the realm of empty promises. So, other than that, I have been, I guess I can talk about future stuff, if I come back to YouTube in terms of future videos I intend to make. I intend to make, I've said this on my video, but I was fully intending to make a Toradora vid, and I have the script written up and everything. I just need to record and edit it all together. I have the footage. I just, again, record and edit it all together and then publish it to YouTube. But it's just again, I'm taking a major hiatus from YouTube due to the whole community
guideline violation shit they pulled. Other than that, I had a video idea for Blue Exorcist, a video idea for World's End Harem, so on and so forth. Again, it's just like stuff I have planned out, but I don't know necessarily when I'm gonna be going through with it. But definitely when I come back and I have everything set and ready to YouTube, definitely Toradora is gonna be one of the first videos I make. But yeah. So yeah, I'm finding it hard to actually come up with anything else really at the moment to actually talk about. But oh right, I should probably talk about my drawing situation in terms of like live drawing sessions. All right. I'd be more than happy to actually do that. I'd be more than happy to draw live. It's just I don't necessarily like. I don't know. I feel like I get way too into actually doing the artwork first before I actually think, oh man, I should be streaming this or I should be recording this. Also, switching between setups and everything is kind of a major pain in the ass. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, pretty much I think ultimately that is it. I intend to hopefully I intend to get a little more used to like toggling the expressions and whatnot. I was right in saying that more or less the expression I have right now is going to be the one I use constantly, because it I think it better suits just my tone of voice and everything, as opposed to this where it just looks like I'm just kind of smiling or anything. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I think that's it. So yeah, thank you all so much for just jumping in and seeing this and everything. Anybody who hasn't joined, anybody who hasn't who just came in at the just near when I'm ending this right now, and it's just like, oh man, I really wish I could have seen this. I'm uploading the VOD later today on YouTube, so you can see it fully. And yeah, as for just future, I guess, for just when I'm planning my next stream. You know what? Honestly, I'm in a good mood. So you know what? I feel like sometime this weekend I could be down to do something with Pokken Tournament again. Something with it. I'll have to hit up the official Pokken Discord server, see if anyone wants to join and everything. But yeah, look. I don't know if I made it clear yet or if I'm sending it, but I'm absolutely in a really good mood. I'm in a really good mood. I'm really enjoying today. This is a really good Friday. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get going. I got some other stuff I need to take care of. I need to go and get food and everything. But yeah. So thank you all so much for joining me. Feel free again. I want to do this full time, so please, if you can, support me at ko-fi.com/theartsozo-sha. I want to do this full time so I can be able to, well, have a job that I can actually that isn't seasonal, or it's just like I have in danger of being fired from. So I would like to do this full time so I can be able to have continuous revenue, so that I can be able to pay for stuff like rent and health insurance, because I live in the US and it's fucking expensive. So yeah. But yeah, other than that, feel free to check out my Instagram, feel free to check out my ArtStation, and feel free to, I guess, go to my YouTube and look at my other videos, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna take off. Take care.